Hello there. This is Apostle April Cofie, your marketplace apostle. How you like my new friend back there? Well, we're here at Coffee Nuggets, and today's session is going to center around titles, particularly those titles in the Bible, Ephesians 4 and 11, that we call the fivefold titles. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you one of those persons who says, we don't need titles? That's not important. We should all be called brother and sister in the body of Christ. Well, what I found interesting is titles have been around for centuries. Or shall they say eons. But we didn't really pay attention to them until the fivefold in Ephesians 4 and 11. Those titles began to gain a lot more recognition and importance amongst the earth. So let's just start at a very level, equal ground here in this little conversation. You know, on your job, there's the CEO, there's the president, there's the bookkeeper, the accountant, your manager, your assistant manager, the team lead. Well, you know, all of those are titles. And what do they do for you? They express to you that person's position, first of all, in the chain of command, so you know who to go to and when. And the second thing that they do is they tell you that person's job duties. It tells you their function, because the team lead is not able to do the same things that the manager can do. Now let's look in the Bible. In Ephesians 4:11, it talks about the pastor, the teacher, the apostle, the prophet, and the evangelist. Well, all of those are titles as well. And they do the same thing as those titles on your job. They actually tell the person's function. So they're really functions more so than titles. So the evangelist, we know that the evangelist is usually sharing the word with somebody, trying to help them understand God and come to know Him and become a Christian. They're evangelizing. They're an evangelist. We know that the pastor is usually leading the church, and either he or his assistants go out and visit people in the hospital. They pretty much run the church. But we also know that the apostle is teaching, training, helping people start and build churches. An apostle also builds people and helps them get to their highest potential. The prophets hear from God, and they probably hear Him even clearer and more frequently than most of us. But what I'm trying to point out to you is that these are functions. And if you feel like someone who has one of these titles is trying to be better than you, or they think they're better than you, or that they're talking down to you, well, let me explain this to you as well. Many people who have these particular titles have been licensed or they've been ordained, and that means that they have either went through some extra schooling, usually beyond college. They may have been tutored by someone or mentored by someone one-on-one. They have gone through some extra steps to get some extra training. So they may know some more things that you may not know if you're just a parishioner, shall I say, or a church member. But these people have endeavored to study the Word, not just deeper, but in more arenas. They've endeavored to acquire more knowledge of the Word. And no, it doesn't make them better, but they may have something that you need and something to share with you. And that word that is just simply expressing their function can be of benefit to you. Now, we've talked about two categories of titles. One of them was on your job. The other one is what's in the Bible in Ephesians. But let's just talk about these few words right here. You have witch, you have warlock, you have demons. In the word, they call them diviners or diviners. you might want to make sure that you understand what those words mean and what those functions and titles are as well, because you want to get God to help increase your discernment on recognizing people who have those titles, because the people who have those titles don't typically put them out there in front of everybody like those of us in the fivefold. See, we let you know up front what we are, or what our title is, or shall I say what our function is here on the earth. But people who carry those titles in the third category, they don't. So I just wanted to make you aware of those 3 different types of titles. And nobody's trying to be any better than anybody. Nobody's trying to talk down to anybody. But these people who have the fivefold titles, the apostle, the prophet, the pastor, the teacher, and the evangelist, have actually gone to learn more about what it is that they are supposed to do in their assignment for God. Now, if you are a ministry leader and you would like to learn even more about those fivefold offices in Ephesians 4:11, I want to invite you to join me on Facebook at Apostle Cofie, Marketplace Apostle, so that you can learn more in our Ministry, Mastermind, and Mentoring course. Yes. Send me a message on Apostle Cofie, Marketplace Apostle, and let me know that you want to get more information about Ministry, Mastermind, and Mentoring. Because in that course, we will spend some in-depth time going through the responsibilities and actions of a person who has one of those fivefold titles in Ephesians 4:11. So again, make a comment below if you got some value out of this recording, and send me a message on Facebook, Apostle Cofie, Marketplace Apostle, and let me know that you're interested in Ministry, Mastermind, and Mentoring. Again, this is Apostle April Cofie, your Marketplace Apostle. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Blessings and breakthroughs. Toodles.